All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, it's Pastor Dowell. Considering the this COVID-19 and the impact that it's had not only on our society and country here in the United States of America, but also across the world, sure we're always going to have questions and everything, but on my many different platforms, systemically, I constantly continue to keep getting the questions asked to me over and over again. What do we do here at Straightway? What do we do far as our health, since we very, 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 very minimum ever use the medical profession. So I'm going to disclose some of these things to you here at this particular video. I'm going to try to take my time and do a thorough review of what we do. Now, it's totally up to you, but I guess I want to probably label this video, Are You Prepared? Are You Prepared? And of course, we know, given this particular trial run, because that's what I believe that it is, that a lot of people have simply have not been prepared, were not prepared. And I really truly don't understand or don't know going forward if people are going to take it serious to prepare. But I do know one thing. Those that were somewhat prepared, they experienced less pain than others. We all know that we live in a world that some people, or let me say, the majority of the people who've been conditioned after the mainstream chooses conventional medicine over natural, the natural herbs, quote unquote, or essential oils. And of course, there are a plethora of thousands of essential oils out there, but here at Straightway and in our particular communities, we only use one. Now, the reason for this is, and mind you, I'm not a doctor. I don't give advice. I can only tell you what I do, okay? So I don't practice medicine. I don't give out medical advice, because you know just well as I do how much of a gag order that they have put out on people for giving advice to people. It's just sad the way that the world has gone. I mean, it's just really, really, truly sad. But anyway, you've got to ask yourself a few questions, especially after this experience right here. How long can you go without running back and forth to the store? I mean, some people, they go every single day. But how long can you go? I mean, this should have been a test to test all our resolve, to let us know that we're not where we should be. I mean, even as prepared as we are here at Straightway, there's always some improvements that could be made. There's always more that you can do. And I don't think anyone that has a preparedness mindset would ever be satisfied with where they're at. But some questions really, truly need to be asked. Number one, if you can't get to a medical facility, if you don't have access to one, if you don't have access to antibiotics or medicines, do you know the medicines that are naturally given out there in the earth? Do you have essential oils? Do you use essential oils? Because, I know a chiropractor who has quite a few millionaire friends, and they are big and heavy into the brand that we use, which is Doterra. Doterra. See it right there, Doterra. We religiously here at Straightway use this particular one right here called On Guard. And we use it as a defense mechanism considering everything that is going on. And I like to say, we're doing pretty good and well. As the country starts to reopen, I think that this particular new norm that we're experiencing now, which is going to be the new normal, I think that people have at least, number one, become keenly aware of cleanliness. You can't wash your hands enough. You can't take enough baths. You can't be clean enough. You have to always constantly stay clean. Stay clean. All right. But are you in a position to be able to help people? Are you in a position to be able to help people, and can you help people? And are you preparing for you and your family even if nobody else is. Because, this particular pandemic, it took us all by surprise. And I'm just going to use that words right there, or that phrase, and try to be pure if I can. It wasn't a surprise for some of us who already knew that one day we're going to be tested. But you need to change your mindset and don't fall back into the same situation that you've always had. It's obvious that we're going to be dealing with viruses, we're going to be dealing with sicknesses, we're going to be dealing with diseases, and I'm often amazed at who makes these choices and these decisions. They tell us one minute that if you wear a mask, that mask right there will stop the spread of viruses, and this one of the answers. But then the Surgeon General comes out and totally is opposing against it. And of course, then if wearing a mask stops the spread of viruses, and my question to you is this: then why didn't they just give all the prisoners masks rather than releasing them out to the general public if mask stops the spread of viruses? Well, right now we're seeing, and we have experienced, governments, public servants overstep their authority, overstep their bounds, overstep the limits that the Constitution has actually said to them. And we saw them citing people, giving people citations and everything else. And it seems like every single time that we go and have one of these experiences, more of our civil liberties and freedoms are constantly being eroded. And by a stroke of a pen, they make new laws, all to circumvent the Constitution of the United States of America. Of course, we've seen a lot of people fighting against it. So let me give you what I think you should do. And I'm taking a little bit of notes right here, okay? I think that, number one, that the majority of the population responds by fear. I think fear is a motivator for a lot of people. And I believe that if you are really, truly operating in the spirit of love, that fear will be dissipated. It would actually all but go away. And when you're prepared, you are ahead of the power curve, more so than any others. Now, in the description block down below, I'm actually going to include, because I'm actually one of the people that's in Doterra. We got quite a few people in the ministry in Doterra, and we use it throughout widely. You ask, and I'm telling you what we use. I have probably, I have so many of these different bottles of oils, essential oils on hand, and I only use this product right here because I know that it's proven. I'm not saying just this one particular product. I'm talking about this company, Doterra right here. And I'm not going to try to blow smoke up your legs or something like that and tell you it's cheap, because it's not. But if you think that this is expensive, then try to go to the doctor and see how expensive that is. The whole purpose is that we all have to learn how to use preventive maintenance and preventive care, so that we don't have to go use these particular health facilities out here that they call health facilities and get shot up with snake venom and monkey pus and whoever else knows what's inside these vaccines besides mercury and everything else that's more than likely going to do more harm to your body. But when you stay as natural as possible, and you expand your span of knowledge and become very extensive in knowledge and do your due diligence, you find out that you're in a hell of a lot more greater shape than a lot of people who just choose to trust in the conventional way. I don't do that. I don't trust in the conventional way because I believe it's an artificial system that has definitely been propped up and is being promoted this day and hour, and it's all there to make us all dependent. So I think food storage, water. And when I'm talking about food storage, I'm talking about food storage, in essence, that will last 25 years plus. And then when you get about to long year 20, you want to start rotating your stuff. I'm going to include some information down here to a particular product. To that, if you choose to, you can use it as well. But there's a lot of things that really, really, truly need to be considered. And let me go over a few things here for itself. If you don't, there's a lot of things, just simple time and the body, which it doesn't produce. I'll give you an example. There's a such thing out there that's called essential fatty acids. And the reason why they're called essential fatty acids is because It's something that your body can't produce, but you have to give to it in order to make your body function and be in optimum health. There's like fish oils and things like that. Okay, there are other things that your body does produce when you put things into it. But if I always believe that if you return back to most natural form of things, because think about it, who was that? The author of medicine, Hippocrates or something like that. Hippocrates. What was considered medicine a few thousand years ago? It wasn't synthetic drugs. It wasn't all this stuff that if you take something and give you 1,000 different side effects or possible side effects that'll be worse than the actual cure. It was the natural herb of the field, which the Bible uses as far as the service of man. But if you are uninformed and you choose to remain uninformed, then guess what? You're not going to trust in nature or someone is trying to tell you about nature over someone that's got letters and degrees. And I'm not telling you that their stuff don't work. It does work. But you got to look at the alternative. If it works, then what are the side effects of it? So we here at Straightway, we use Doterra. We use Doterra, and we use it very extensively. And if you go to the website over there, you will see extensively. I mean, just how much the essential oils are there for you. I wish that everybody could use it. I really, truly do. We use it because we know it works. Other than that, we wouldn't be using it. If you actually want to have good quality of herbs and good quality of natural things, you need to do your own due diligence, because I can't convince you. You're going to have your own experience. You ask me what I use, I'm telling you what we use, and I believe that you should also try to do your own due diligence and come up with it. I'll give an example. I'm up here looking at an email right here, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to include the email to the brother that's in the ministry that actually signs up people for as far as doTERRA goes. And if you choose to want to be in our downline, you can call it multi-level marketing or whatever. I told you, I'm leaving it totally up to you. I'm just telling you clearly what we do at Straightway. Because all our communities are taking on guard of this particular product right here. And it's amazing because as soon as this coronavirus hit, you know the first thing that doTERRA was out of as far as essential oils? On guard. We at one time had like 70 or 80 bottles of this stuff on hand. And I think that now, during this particular epidemic, pandemic, plague, or whatever you want to call it, I think we're down to something like maybe 12 or 13, if that much. And the reason being is because people can no longer buy it online. And when people in the ministry found out that we had it, we couldn't just hold it to ourselves. I mean, we're pretty much in optimum health. We make our own superfoods. We take superfoods. I'll tell you another little brand I got right here. I take this whenever I'm not able to get greens, you know what I mean, like collard greens that we grow ourselves. If I'm out and I have to catch something to get a quick bite to eat or something like this, I take this right here. And look at these things right here. And it's all natural. I want you to see this. Look at this peel right here. Look how dense that is as far as green and the quality of it. You can't beat going natural. If you give your body what it needs, it will do the fighting for it. It will keep your immune system strong and everything. But we personally have found our health to increase exponentially all across the ministry because we're staying away from the synthetics and staying away from man-made artificial stuff. And we're actually leaning towards anything, or always have leaned toward things that are natural. And the essential oils for us, it works for us, and we're going to continue to keep doing it, continue to keep taking it. Matter of fact, it's the first time I actually talked about this on this particular platform. But if you would like to become a distributor, you can. If you want to just buy it for your own enjoyment, something like this, you can. However, there's always perks whenever you decide to sign up you and your family. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I first got into it, the first thing I did is I went right after the $500 pack. Now, again, you don't have to do this. I did it because of the community right here, and I did it because we don't have any antibiotics here. And I would rather always trust going the natural way as opposed to the chemical way. You may be different. I don't know. But like I said before, and I'm going to end this video on this. If you think that essential oils or the natural way of doing things or becoming informed and knowing things about herbs, if you think that is expensive, wait till you have to go to the doctor. Just wait, and God forbid if you have to ever make a trip to the emergency room. I mean, anyway, it's off the chain. But anyway, this is what I recommend. I want to leave you an email address down here to someone that actually told us about it probably about 5 years ago. And his name is Luke, Brother Luke. And he also can speak to you about long-term food storage. Now, again, matter of fact, I think I got something in here. Matter of fact, let me look around here for a second. Now, the beautiful thing about this particular long-term food storage right here is that this is the one we use, freeze-dried Thrive. And the reason why we use this is because whenever you take one of these packages and open it, you can use that right then and there, and the others are still good. I mean, it lasts, even after you open it, it lasts for a year. All right, even after you open it, it lasts for a year. And then here's the Thrive Apple products that we use. So if I tell you something, I'm telling you that because we actually use it. Now, if you want to get more informed, I'm sure that Brother Luke is going to actually make more videos and everything on it. But if you want more information and stuff, I will include his email address down here. Tell him that Pastor Dowell sent you and you're interested. And hey, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope I said something. And I try to keep this video as low key as possible. And not try to make no sales pitches or nothing like that. I'm just telling you what we do because we have to buy it ourselves. It's just that we buy it at a significant discount because I don't know. I guess you call us distributors or whatever. No, I don't distribute anything. You get it straight from Doterra. I don't know all the lingo and language. That's where Luke comes in. But anyway, hope it says something to stimulate thought. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.